there, partner.
Lo and behold, he doesn't pick it up.
Like, out of respect for myself, I'm not gonna drink this shit.
Threw me into a dish. She's like, Mickey Mouse.
Just let the Nile fly, man.
What's the Jesus one? Last Supper style?
Target. Okay, we're live.
Yeah.
Here we go. And we're starting with. We don't need to start with that, but that's.
We need to come back. That's a revisit.
TGCs. Boog loves a good TGC. We'll review at the end.
Mitch knows.
Mitch knows. But we're back. The crew, Teej, Kev, Boog, myself. Boog rocking the Absolute shirt. Todd, wasn't Absolute the company that what's her name mom owned? What company was that?
Oh, Jack.
Yeah. Was it Absolute?
No, I don't know if it was.
No,
it was
Avion.
No,
Avion.
yeah, no. She didn't
It's
own
fun
the
to say.
She didn't own the company. It was like that was one of the distributors. I think it was Bacardi.
Oh shit,
maybe.
that's sick. I like how
Whoever
Boog's rocking the
distributed
merch.
yeah,
though.
whoever distributed Avion was.
Boog, absolute champ. Do you get to rock that at work? You have to rock a polo.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn. Kind of sick though. How is work going? You getting shredded, lifting the boxes and stacking?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah?
It's been ups and downs, but more ups now. I think I'm finally, grasping what I have to do. Waking up, starting to become a bitch, but
It's not getting easier.
nah. But I feel
that's tough.
I know. I feel like I guess there's some days I've talked to some people. There's some days I can like get an extra 30 or hour depending on.
Wow, cheat the system.
No, I just like there's a few days I don't have to start till like 6 if I don't really want to.
Yeah,
that's
starts at
big
6. It's
But it like if I want to get off at 1:30, it's kind of what.
chill. Love that. Teej, you were saying something just happened to you right prior to the pod. I don't know if you want to get into it.
It's
An hour
old, and I just got done playing a quick little Twilight round at Muni. We got 9 in because it was me, Mitch, and Tameek too. Mitch listens. Tameek hasn't listened to a fucking word we've said. But hey, we've got 2K listeners. Tameek, so fuck you. So
Wow.
we had a group in front of us, 2 groups or ahead of the group in front of us. That was 6 guys playing Scramble. They were doing Scramble format.
No.
And they would play it where 2 would go hit their ball, they'd tee off. The next 2 would wait until they hit their second one. Oh. So it's a pile up. So Tay has a short fuse as it is. He gets pissed at about right when we're about to do a hole 4. So was that hole 3 coming back?
Yeah.
So is that Muni?
Shout out. Wrong side of history. Turn to Meeker.
So we go. It's also funny. Mr. Chow was working the thing, so we're like, "Hey, can you?" Tay's piss runs in the clubhouse and was.
Oh, he went and said something.
Yeah.
Between
He's
3 and
like,
4.
I'm gonna call. I'm like, well, we're coming back. He comes in. He's like, hey, there's 6 ahead of us because there's a group of 4 ahead of us that are playing pretty quick. But then we get there and then we're waiting for the 6 to tease off. So the group of 4 at the par 3, 4, the word always, they just bounced and went to 5.
Right.
So Tammy tells on them. They go and talk to him, and as we're teeing off on 4, and then comes back, and then so basically what I'm trying to say is it was just the round started, everyone was kind of pissed, and the guy's like, they're playing Scramble format. I told them to speed up, and then Tay's like, whatever. So
that's kind of bullshit. That's all that was said.
Yeah,
Stop
they're
doing
like,
it.
But he made it seem like, oh well, they're playing Scramble format. I'm like, we don't give 2 fucks.
Exactly.
Like, let's just
It's
and then this is good too. We finish 4. The last 2 guys are teeing off on 5, and it's one fucking guy who doesn't belong out there. A cholo looking dude. He doesn't belong. They're all. That's the thing. They're all horrible. If they were good, it would have been okay. All horrible. This one guy comes up. Keep him. And I just told this whole story they've been told on. There's people waiting. He hits his drive into like where the cars drive, just horrible shank.
Oh, shit.
Just shanks it, and he's like, that's OB. Tees up another one in front of Mitch and I, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, the ball's
That's
on
crazy.
this guy. Tees it up again, goes, and then we kept calling him. He had fucking iron covers. I'm like,
Oh,
okay,
no way.
It's horrible. It's
That's
horrible.
so
It's
great.
covers
Iron
fault.
covers is hilarious.
So anyway, we're going to lead up to the stars, a long lead up, but we're going. Mitch is hitting the shit out of it. He actually played really well. Tay was doing well. I wasn't as good as
At Prune Ridge, but playing.
but I'm hitting every tree. I'm stinging it, but I just same thing as hitting
nailing
every
trees.
tree, everything. So we get to hole. I think it was 7, maybe. I don't know, 7 or 8. And those guys we get mad at driving the big things like that during. I don't even know what those are doing.
Yeah.
Like you yelled at one of them at Prune. They're driving those big like tractor looking things,
Right.
and they have like a protector on one side. So on this hole, I was stinging the 3-wood I have. I shoot one. He stops and like waves. I'm like, okay, thanks. I go shoot one. Actually, was pretty far. It was a good shot. Go all the way down. So I'm like off to the right of the hole. So I'm looking at Mitch. We go there, and the guy's going up and down. I don't know what they're aerating something. I don't know what they're doing. But some Mexican dude, and I have a lane between like 2 trees, pretty big lane, but I can't go up above. And I look at Mitch, I'm like, how far? He's like, it's probably 100 yards. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try and just sting a 5. Hopefully, it's just golf shot.
Oh my!
But just
a
like
5 is crazy.
But-
Not a pitching wedge.
No.
Get on top of it.
Just I wanted to
5.
I wanted to sting like a little liner, skip it up and go.
I got you. Yeah.
So as I'm going, the guy's truck is coming. He's coming kind of towards the middle of the fairway, and I'm going, and I don't shank it, but I smash it, and it goes. Instead of going towards the green, it goes through, but it's towards the right. And we're talking collision course coming. It goes.
Is this?
It skips a 1-hop seed right on his knee, and it like, and Mitch and Terry like, oh my god! I didn't yell forward, and the guy like stopped and like was just like there, and then he kept driving. We were all dying laughing, like we just nailed this poor fuck.
That's so fucking good. Holy shit.
And I should have said 4. He's going.
He wouldn't have been able to hear it anyway.
No, I know. And
It's
I'm
like,
looking, and even like at the end, like Mitch, like he was, like he saw you were swinging, and he kept coming forward.
fuck that.
He kept
That's
coming
what they
forward,
get.
But it was just a liner 1-off seat.
That's
right
so
to the
funny.
knee. And then, of course, I have to like putt. Luckily, he stopped there.
I was gonna say, how far past was it going? Was it launched?
It was
A 5 iron
rocking.
from 100 out.
And Mitch, like, he's gonna have the fattest bruise on his leg, just annihilated. And then he's coming back, and he's like, his truck's coming to the side, and I'm putting, and I'm back to him. And I'm like, he's like right there, and I'm
Just
like,
wait.
this is so awkward. I thought he's gonna wait for me to say something. I'm like, oh my god, I couldn't even putt. I just
laughing over the bar. I'll take the 6. We're good.
Oh my god,
That's
I
so fucking
fucking
funny.
just annihilated the dude's leg. I was
Incredible. Have you guys ever hit anybody while golfing?
I barely hit the fucking ball, bro.
I think I've done it one time, and it was like the group coming up was like on the right hand side, and it was like when I first started, like right before COVID, and I was shanking the ball like 30 yards, like it would go 30, 150, 200 yards, but it was only 30 yards distance toward the hole, right? Fucking drilled this one guy, and he turned. I think I got him in the ass cheek. I'm pretty sure. He like it dead stopped. And I was like, "Dude, I am so sorry." He's like, "You're good." He's like, "You owe me a beer though." And I forget we were playing with someone who drank and had beers. I was like, hey, "Please take one, ice the cheek." But those guys deserve it. I don't feel bad at all.
Oh, I didn't feel bad, but I was just like, it was just like it was almost in slow motion, like you could see it, and I was like, oh my god,
Skipping.
I was hoping it was gonna hit underneath whatever, and it skipped right up.
Just fucking hop, skip, and a shin. I love that. Fuck them. We played Prune Ridge this past weekend with Matty T, Hutch, and B Lentz. And me and Matt not got into it, but for the first time in a long time, we were butting heads a little bit. So we were playing Wolf, and if you don't know how to play Wolf, there's one guy each round who goes last, and he watches the other guys tee off. When they tee off, if he likes their shot, he can either choose to go with them, and so they now become a duo, and you're playing 2-on-2, or if he doesn't like anybody of the 3 shot, he can stay by himself, play for the full 2 points. So,
and this is every hole?
Yeah, every hole there's a new wolf, right? You're just cycling through. So, and then, yeah, or he can choose to play by himself, and then he would get 2 points, right? So if he went with the other person, they'd each get 1 point if they win, or the other people would get 1 point. And then if he chooses to go solo, he would get 2 points.
You count up everyone's points.
Right, so you count up points at the end. We're keeping scores as well. But Ben was having a tough day, and at the start, he ended up playing pretty well, but at the start, he was having just a tough go. And so, like, every time I was Wolf, I was like, Ben, you put one in the fairway. I was like, it's me and you. Like, let's fucking, like, even before I was like, let's fucking ride. So, of course, on hole, what is it, 5, with the one going into the house, that's like pretty short. He hits a good shot, and I was like, fuck it, Ben, like, let's ride. And then, so it's me and him versus Matt and Jack, and I hit a shitty shot, of course. I hit one, I hit the tree, like, it was on a good line, hits the tree. No, check that. It was on the back of the green. That's what it was, because this is what would set it all off. So I'm putting for birdie. Those guys all end up chipping on. They have par putts, and I'm like, okay, like, I should be solid. So I hit it short, and it was like one of the ones that, like, it sounded so good off the putter. Like, I don't know how it didn't go further, but it just, like, didn't go. Whatever. So now we're all putting for par. We all miss our par. Oh, Matt misses his par putt and taps in for Boog. Jack had like a 5, whatever. And so it's me and Ben who are on the same team, are the last ones putting. And so Ben's like, no, check that. I'm still putting for par. Ben's putting for bogey, and he's like 6 inches, 7 inches from the hole, and they're like not giving him the putt. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, and like I'd been given, like, when we're playing, like, I've been giving them putts before their other teammate hits it, right? Like, so like, you're in for 4.
Right.
So you can take a shot. You can take a shot at the par.
Yeah.
And so it's like it's just been what we've done, what we've been doing. And so, like, I'm waiting for him to give the putt to Ben. I'm like kind of standing over my ball. I'm like, so I'm like, you're not going to give that to him? They're like, no, why would we? I'm like, well, and I explained the situation. He's in for 4. That's a tap in, whatever. And so Ben ends up going, and I think he missed it. And I'm like, okay, fuck. Okay, this is crazy. And so then I end up par putt, miss the par putt, tap in for bogey. So it's a wash. Nothing. Right. No blood. We're all square, but it's like,
did it affect the putt?
What?
Did it affect the
Yeah,
it didn't affect the putt, but like, yeah, well, exactly. It's like, it's harder to go for, you have to be close for the bogey coming back. So it's like, you're not gonna go straight at it. It was a little bit of a bend. I would have hit it harder, came up a little short, whatever. I mean, it affects the putt, but that's the game. Whatever. I don't care. We're keeping score anyways. Whatever. So it's a wash. No, go on.
If you take Ben's ball, are they playing as a team, or are they still singles?
They're playing as a team now. Now Matt and Jack are a team.
They scramble. Like
no. So it's best ball. So you're just taking lowest score.
Okay.
Lowest score. And then so it's a wash. So Jack had a 5. I think Ben ended up having a 5. Me and Matt both had both. Whatever. It's a wash. So we're on to the next hole. I think Ben was Wolf next, and then he's like, Jim, let's go. And I'm like, okay, like, fuck yeah. So now we got the same teams running back. The next, and that's why Wolf's good, is because it's like it's mixed. You're not stuck with the same person every hole. So if it's like someone's having a shitty day, you're not just shit with them. So anyways, but it is the same teams this hole, and we're like, fuck yeah. And this is the one where you double club up and you fucking go for it. So I do that, and I hit a bomb and just gets caught in a jet stream and goes way long. And I'm like, fuck. And Ben still was like, let's go. I was like, okay. Or what? I don't know. It might have been Jack picked Matt, whatever the deal was. Those were the teams, same teams.
Right.
So Comes down to the putts, and we have a very similar situation. Flip the rolls. And I'm like, okay, let's go. And so what ends up happening is Jack ends up making the putt that Ben missed. So he was in, and so it's already a wash. We're good. Matt's just putting for his score on the card. No, not even for the card anymore. My bad. It was a different situation because he was putting for bogey or par, whatever it was, for the tie. And so his putt means nothing now. It's good. It's over. And he putts one, and it goes left, and it's going downhill, and he hit it with some steam. It's still rolling, and he kind of like just scoops it up, and he's like that was a gimme. And I was like, whoa. I was like, who gave you that? And he's like, are you fucking serious? I was like, no. Like I was like, I know we tied the hole, but like we're counting scores at the end. Like he's like, no, fine, I'll go put it. I was like, no, take it. But like just the classic reverse, no, take it. And then I was like, the ball was moving when you picked it up. And he's like, that was our big point of contention. I was like, if you would have let it go, I would have given it to you. Know what I mean, whatever. It meant nothing.
Typical Toscano, man.
Nah, don't put that on him. Don't put that smut on him.
Typical Matty T.
But no, so the ball was moving, and then he goes, the ball was not moving when I picked it up. I was like, Matt, like I'm now not trying to rattle you. Like the ball was moving. Like I can't move past that, because if you think it wasn't and it was, like, then I'm either a liar or I'm seeing things. And I go, let's ask your teammate. Let's ask Jack. And I go, Jack, was the ball moving? And Jack goes,
what a piece.
And so that's exactly what I say. He goes, I can't say that it was for sure moving or not. I'm like, Matt, you're a lawyer. I was like, that means it was definitely moving, right? He's like, no, that's not what I mean. I'm like, fuck you guys. But then he got rattled. So the next hole, I forget what happened. It was like we weren't talking to each other, and I was like, I wasn't giving him the yardages anymore. I was like, fuck it, I'm keeping that. I had the watch. I was like, I'll keep that in the back pocket. And then everything cleared up after that. But it was, I mean, pretty good. And me and him don't ever get into it, or we don't get into it often, but when we do, it's pretty fun, because
it's nice to get into it.
So I mean, we're very like-minded, and we like the psychological warfare. But gotta love
stuff.
Pruny.
Good stuff.
Kev, what you been up to? Summer living, just being chilling.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to circle back though.
Yeah.
Do you like the getting off more at 1:30 or the despise of waking up? What's the feel like? Is it worse?
Oh, you gotta like that 1:30. You gotta like that.
Like, would you rather?
You hate losing.
Would you rather wake up at 8 and get off at like?
No, yeah, that's the same.
And get off around like 3 to 4.
I would say it's more pro than con.
More pro than con.
Oh.
See, when I did Barracuda renewals, I worked East Coast hours, so I had to be in the office typing at 6. So I was getting up early at like 4:30, and then I'm like getting dressed, and wearing like a nice shirt and like pants and stuff. And then after like a week, I'm like, okay, these guys are kind of we're just all like ex-athletes and like
exactly.
cool. Like everyone's wearing hats and stuff. I'm like, all right, I'm wearing a hoodie and a hat to work. So that took a lot of time off this stuff. But to answer for me your question, it was so funny. At like from 6 to 7:30, not a word really was spoken, because people were like still getting like waking up,
yeah.
And like we're on the calls and like sending emails, and then like probably 1:07, and I would make jokes. I'm like, literally once the clock hits 7:30, everyone just starts talking,
just
like,
buzzing. The coffee's hit.
Exactly, like the third cup's like, all right, hey man, yeah. But no, then like it would literally, because we would take lunch at like from 11 to 12. So it was like, hey, just get to 11, and then I'm off at 3. So then it's like, then you just got 3 more hours to
That's
go.
always how I space it out, is take the 5 and 3. It makes the days go by so much quicker.
And that's all. Yeah, I would do. On Fridays, everyone would go to the Garrett station, because we're right down the street, and so I would push it to 12, and I would go from 12 to 1, and then just have the 2, and my manager would hit, and then have like the 2 hours, because like I'd knock a couple drinks back, I'm like coming back a little buzzed, and it was like, I got 2 hours and I'm home free.
Because that's all you're thinking about too. You're like, how can I kill 2 hours?
But it was especially like by Friday though, like, and especially I was your age when I was doing that, and I was like, by Friday I'm like, fuck, it's just like kind of tired, like I want to go out and stuff, but just like kind of brutal.
Yeah.
But it would even suck like if we. And it's only happened a couple of times. Like say we were playing hurt. Like if we go out big on a Thursday, like if the quarter ended and we went out on a Thursday night and we're out till like 1 or 2, I'm like, gotta be in the office for fucking
crazy,
hours.
man.
Yeah, and we had to freaking do it. It was brutal. Or like even just like going to like a Tuesday night Sharks game and that ends at like 10, and I'm like.
Right, by the time you're
I'm
home,
like, yeah, I gotta
asleep.
go home. Like, yeah, exactly. Adrenaline from the game. If we're in shootout, I'm on a freaking.
If Macklin's in, now.
Exactly. But no, the 3 o'clock was nice.
Yeah, no, that's what I always enjoyed. It's way beneficial because it's like if you really are that tired, hit a quick nap afterwards, and you're still got you pretty much your whole day. You know what I mean? You got time to do shit.
Well, I can't imagine. Well, like teaching wise, so because you got to be talking the whole fucking time.
yeah.
So
Yeah, 'cause I mean, yeah, it's on the feet too.
Yeah.
I mean that I think at least one element. Sometimes I think when I talk to teachers at my old school, that like I felt like they just didn't understand. I'm like, you guys are in an air conditioned room at all times, and their asses are in the seats. Like,
oh, they're not. But they're still talking the whole time.
well, they can
like,
talk and stuff, but like, I mean, I just consider that like minor league versus like get your ass out there in the 88. And then
oh yeah, you guys got no indoor. You're blacktop.
nothing. We're outside, like, and then go discipline them. Like, I'll take your classroom like, vibe, but
you're like 7 to 3 ish, right?
yeah. So I'll be I'm probably on campus. Yeah, probably 7:30, and then I was pretty much done at 3:30.
Yeah,
so it was nice. And then this year it'll be a little different. I think I'm done closer to like 4, and then if I coach after school sports, that'll be done at like 5 or 5:15.
Shit.
So,
If you need an assistant offensive coordinator,
we'll see, I'm gonna see how I'm gonna take like all the first seasons, and I'll just let them put me where they want to, and then maybe after, if I kind of get my feet a little bit, actually look for a team. But yeah, if they let me have like an
That's
assistant,
sick.
oh my god, dude,
I'm in.
That would be.
I mean,
that would be
I think there'd be some applicants, and if it was especially
Some applicants,
so,
that's
I mean,
what,
dude,
like,
flag football,
field
like,
some
so many,
interviews.
like. Flag football, dude. I mean, to chalk up, and there's boys and girls flag football. So there's 2 seasons
shit.
that I could be doing flag football, which
I don't coach girls.
Dude, girls flag football. If you have one stud athlete, you can run the show. It's
I
crazy.
know,
That's
man.
all it takes in girls
some
sports.
5'10" 8th grader who can just chuck it.
Or you get lucky, get 2, one that can catch and one that can throw, and you just fucking start running Madden fucking patterns.
catching and
Fucking,
catching.
Yeah. Oh man. But so no, I'll be looking forward to that and stuff. But yeah, no days will go past like 5:15 maybe. I don't know.
So you hit that cotton candy bang at about 7, and then you're buzzing by 7:30.
I would always go, or from the most part, I would go at lunch or either at like 10. So like I had like 2 classes, then like a little 20-minute gap. So that's when I'd usually hit the gas station and grab something.
What was the guy's name? Your boy?
Hamid.
Who was my boy?
You always said the guy at the 7-Eleven dude.
I think that's what I always called him. I don't know if I.
I thought you knew his name.
Well, I know the guy on Jarvis called Deep. He's sick. He's a cool dude.
Called Deep?
Called Deep. Yeah.
Called Deep?
Yeah.
They got a new crop coming in there.
Dude, I know.
A young crop coming in.
Yeah.
Fucking all on their phones talking out loud. I'm like,
No, they do that at the
Which-
one on Apricot.
no,
too.
and that's a cultural thing. So I'm not trying to bag on it,
I'm like-
but I'm like, brother,
Jobs still get
I
done.
just
They're
need my
doing it.
Zin so I can leave, please. Zin 6. That's all. He's like, once
Getting my rain body feeling like I was talking about. You talking to me or what? I'm not even.
which is hilarious. 'Cause that's how the smoke shops back in the day. Like I'm so used to it because they were all the same back in the day. You would go into a smoke shop and they would be like putting down their phone, be like, how can I help you, sir? Just immediately. But yeah, no, Jarvis got they run a tight ship over there. I do like it. It's not bad except for the. It's a couple homeless. One lives on the side. One lives out back. But you know they don't hassle you. And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Throw a quarter at them when I go
toss
buy
a couple
some
bucks.
fucking peg them. Dudes, today I'm in the shower and I've been flossing my teeth in the shower. I don't know why. I just killing birds with
place to
more
get some-
stones.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You don't need a mirror?
No, to floss
The
my
floss?
teeth. I've been using like the pick, so I'm like, I'm not going hand in hand.
I
Right.
do
So yeah, I used to have because I would get lost in my
I know.
mouth.
Yeah, I've tried it.
But the pick,
times,
you
never,
can just guide with the tongue and you just pump in there, boom, boom, easy work. So I'm going, and I've had some tooth issues before. I mean, missing one, missing a few. That's actually two. Looks like one big one. But I'm flossing, and on that same side, so that's the top, I'm missing teeth. On the bottom, I'm hitting the floss. Boom. Oh, no. Chunk off half of my tooth. Just gone. And I'm like I felt it like hit the roof of my mouth. I'm like, I was like, that better be like a piece of meat or something. I didn't know it was in there. Like, dude, it's like half of my...
Is your nerve exposed?
So it's not exposed, so it's not sensitive. Thank fucking God. But I mean, it was for like 5 minutes. It just, I think, from the being, I mean, just
Get chipped.
Yeah, exactly. But I called the dentist right away. I'm like, fuck. I just want to get it and get it fixed right away. And they're like, well, earliest we can do is tomorrow. I'm like, God damn it. So the whole day I've been just eating shit on my right side, which is I'm a left side chewer. It's just which is why this has happened, I'm sure. But it's just a fucking catastrophe.
I don't know what side chewer I am.
I mean, I go both, but predominant, left.
Really? Got
And
that
is it like
dog
your
in him on
back?
that left, very left
What
side.
is
Yeah, it's like two behind that canine, whatever that tooth is. I don't know. But yeah, I'm so fucking, because I've had nothing but teeth issues. And it's like, I've been healthy as a horse. I mean, knock on some fucking wood. Aside from some, I thought was staph, all ingrown hairs, we clean, baby.
We clean.
Don't want that pH, baby.
But, yeah, right. But, yeah, the teeth are the one thing that I think just from chewing really fucking, that's the only thing I can chalk. Chewing and drinking Coke from like the age of like 5 to 25.
I think I chipped this one in my sleep.
Oh, really?
In your
Recently?
sleep?
Yeah, well, because I grind.
Ooh, no mouth guard?
No, they wanted me. They're like, Todd, you grind your teeth? I'm like, yeah, I think so. And they're like, have you thought about a mouth guard? I'm like, I haven't. I don't think I do.
Nah, I've heard the mouth guard is good. And I mean, I don't know if you have sleep apnea. Your neck, you're not that swole yet in the neck, but they make them that hold your tongue up and prevent the grind. So
I'm not like
a snorer.
Jerhan who snores his.
I can only
balls
imagine the logs that man snores.
No, yeah, I don't snore. I take that back. I think I do when I'm drunk.
Get you some Jocko mouth tape.
Have you seen that? Well, the hostage tape for the mouth?
Rye has that.
Oh, does he use it?
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of Rye Cal, that guy.
Perfect lead in.
Perfect lead in. So that guy, he's an Instagram whiz. I mean, I played right into the hand he dealt. It was crazy. It's like he was fishing and I fucking just, But anyways, he puts up a poll about eating habits and he's like, what do you struggle with? Like, is it this, or this? And so I hit D, all of the above, and I just don't think it. Just keep scrolling. I'm like, on to the next story. And then lo and behold, like 3 hours later, I get a DM. Jim, what's the deal? Tell me more. And this is a long time. I mentioned on the pod before that I need to talk to Rye, get my head straight. We got a competition coming up. But I mean, that
instant reach out just because he cares, man.
That's what I mean. Because he cares, legend. And you know what? Some people that you're close to don't care as much, and that's that's fine.
I think I know who that shot just is fired.
No, but the thing
It
is,
rhymes with a gospel book. I'll tell you that much. Meek.
That's good stuff.
Bible.
No, but the thing is, I would have voted on a poll had Jack put one up. But Rye puts up a poll. I vote on it. Boom. He sees that I'm a project that can be had.
That's because this Project Monster from back in 2010
From
still going, baby.
Project Monster is hilarious.
Still going.
Go ahead.
Project Monster. No, I mean, there's not much to it. So I just start talking to him. He goes, hey, like, what have you been having issues with? Like, yada, yada, yada. So I'm on Instagram and I like just start typing and I'm like this and that and this and that. And then I get to the point where I'm like just like take a break. And then it starts saying message too long to send. I'm like, oh shit. So I copy and paste, throw it in the notes app. And it's like fucking an S. I didn't even realize how much I had typed out. So I sent him an essay and pretty much just say, hey, I'm in Fucksville right now. I don't know which way's up, which way's down. I don't know what to eat, what's healthy. I don't work out other than jiu-jitsu. I mean, I do like body weight stuff, but like I'm not on like a program. Like everything's just kind of like by feel, this and that. And he's like, awesome. Like, sounds good. Can I call you tomorrow, which is today? And I'm like, yes, money. I didn't know this. Things work fast. Let's go. I love it. So he gives me a call today at 6. End up talking to him for 50 minutes. We're just shooting the shit about diet, health, sleep, working out, ran the whole gambit. So he ends up sending me over a couple plans, like, lots of food options. And that's the problem. I don't know about you guys, but like I've never eaten quote unquote healthy, clean, anything of that nature in my life. Okay. And so like I didn't even know where to begin.
Neither is Boog.
Boog Meek, you on this journey with me? Let's go. No, but so he sends me all this shit and I'm like, okay, finally. Like, and that's, I feel like just the eating alone will get me
anything you almost want. Yeah.
Exactly. Right. And it's like the issue is I don't want, the only thing I need is I need to be a little bit stronger, need a little bit more cardio, quote unquote, but it's not even like cardio. I mean, like cardio, like, because for jiu-jitsu, it's so different. Like, I don't know how to
like long distance running,
but like not even like definitely not that, like more Tabata types. That's what we were talking about. A lot of Tabatas. He's like, you know about Tabatas? Yeah. I'm like, come on, bro. I was in that. Who was the guy from that your dad brought in at Willow Glen that had us running Tabatas for basketball conditioning?
Is Tabata like an Indian run?
No, it's like interval workouts. So you're doing like 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off. But we would do, remember we would do like a minute of push-ups, and then we would do like a minute of...
Was that with the speed ladders?
Yeah, a minute of ladder. And then we had all the stations. You don't remember doing the Tabatas?
No, yeah, that was that...
It wasn't Brody, but it was the other guy.
His friend
his
Ross.
nemesis Ross. That's his
friends.
It was my nemesis. No, it was my nemesis is what I meant. But yeah, so it's like, because that's a motion in jiu-jitsu, right? A lot of sprint, stop, a lot of push, hold. Yeah, exactly. So
because you wouldn't do like, I don't even know, boxers do long distance running usually,
right? And that's like a good cardio base, right? Like I feel like that's never would never hurt, right? But is that something I want to do or absolutely need to do? Like not at this moment. So like,
because wouldn't your cardio be like short burst stuff?
That's what I mean. Exactly. And so that's why like we were talking about like rowing as well. Like,
oh yeah.
Because Christine's got a nice rower. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to camp out at her house, make that my workout place and have at
it. Maybe Mitchell lets you use his Peloton.
He's got a Peloton?
Oh, yeah. I mean, those are the workouts he does, man.
That's crazy. Yeah, so, I mean, hopefully next time we pod, I'm 2 weeks into a nice, I don't even want to call it a diet. I call it
fight camp, yeah.
No, definitely not that. Call it a nice little change up. Yeah. A little circle change.
I like that.
2 weeks.
You got what kind of, so what would you envision to buy? So I mean, what kind of food did he lay out? What do you think?
So, I mean, he didn't like lay out, like, he just sent me like the list, like this is but like obviously like stuff I can grab on the go. So like that's my issue right now is
Zannatos.
Really?
Bro, I'm on that. This is what I've been doing this summer is I haven't cooked shit. I go to Zannatos basically almost every day. Dude, that hot bar, you get that? Dude, they got the chickens. They got the plain patties.
Have they been? I've gone and it hasn't been good. Ryan and I have been like, what time do you go?
What time do you go?
I go, only time I've had a good one was, I think, Sundays and Wednesdays. Wednesdays randomly.
Okay. I mean, I'm in there. It's usually like not, I would say it at like maybe 12 is when they start really loading that up. Because I got in there.
Like maybe yesterday's food.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I got in there sometimes at like 10 and it was, I mean, obviously Zannatos was open, but that was completely empty. Yeah. Because I was maybe trying to come in and just like get a quick little thing.
Right.
But I mean, I would definitely check that. I mean, they're not that bad. Those little patties, I mean,
the patties are bomb.
Yeah. They're only like anywhere from like $4.50 to like $9. And if you really want to splurge out and they get like tri-tip, that's probably like a 15, 17, but they'll be like,
see, but like I spend that much on food anyway. So it's like, why not,
dude? It's
get
money.
better food?
And then you can always make a sando too. And the max sandwich, I mean, it's $14 for a sandwich. That's the max price.
It's crazy now.
I know.
Yeah.
But
Still, it's cheaper
It's
than
comparable,
a lot of things.
though,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
do you not hit a rotis?
I mean, I haven't gotten a rotis. I'll get the little whole chicken and the smaller.
Oh yeah.
Full
The Rocky
rotisted
Mountain chicken's
Dude,
good.
the whole yeah. When those are there, get
Yeah.
two, man.
What
Yeah.
are they?
Hell
What
yeah.
are
I got
they?
two in the fridge right now. Whole Rocky chicken mountain and thigh, dude, or
Yeah.
the fryer thigh bone
Yeah,
in.
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
man,
yeah,
dude, that
yeah.
shit's
Yeah.
it's get there.
I will
and
say
that's-
the chicken is good.
It's-
The ones he's talking about
yeah,
is good.
it's good. Santa Fe, they got like a Santa Fe chicken breast that's in there. They got like a teriyaki chicken breast, dude. I'm
Ooh,
telling
how
you.
we feel about gnocchi?
Looking
Not
for
too
you.
much salt in gnocchi for
not-
your liking.
At Zanato's, it's easy.
Yeah.
It's not even. It's not even
Yaki's fine.
sauced.
Yaki and soy sauce. You need sodium.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and that's the thing too. Is like I just need like those little things because it's like I'll go home and it's like we got Hostess snack cakes, and I'm like,
Yeah.
fucking
Those are
brother,
good, too.
I'll eat 3 of those and like just like I'll eat one talking to my dad, like sit there and like, all right, I'll go back to my room, best snack another, and then once I throw that trash out, I'm like, fucking, well, I'll throw that trash out and eat this on the way back. Like it's really unhealthy, but like I don't know. I feel the shitty thing is I don't feel bad about it. Like, but I know I need to change, and that's why I'm like, okay, like, but like I don't feel guilty. Like I'm just like I'll drink. I cut out the soda, but like if I want a soda, I'm like, fuck it, I'll drink a soda. I'll go to McDonald's. I'll go to like
McDonald's.
if we pulled up my bank statement right now, it would be fucking crazy with like
Chipotle.
Chipotle, McDonald's, Chipotle.
Let's pull it up.
Jack.
Let's pull it up.
Dude, it's atrocious. We're not gonna do that. But no, it really is just like all fast food, fast casual food. You know what I mean? Like it's. So I need to get better with like preparing for the day. That's the other thing we talked about. Getting a nice little schedule because it's like I'm on a schedule.
You have a routine though.
What?
right?
That's what I mean. I'm on a very not like strict, but like I wake up at the same time every day. I do the same things every day of the, you know what I mean? Like my Monday schedule is the same day or week after week. And so like that's good. And now I just need to implement eating into that
Right.
schedule because that's the one thing I don't ever plan for. And I'm like, fuck it. I got no time. Let's just make double fucking, or dude, a double quarter pounder with cheese. Fuck me. So
With
good.
onions?
No one. No one. Sorry.
No
Double
one.
sub max sauce.
Sub max. So you've been going
Fire,
double
bro.
QP sub max sauce. That's been your
No.
or what have you been
Mc-
subbing?
Two McDoubles, usually one sub max sauce, no pickles. Because it's basically a Big Mac, but you get 2 burgers for
But you don't get
On
the
a
sesame
McDub?
seed bun.
You don't get the mid bun too, right?
in the mid bun.
Speaking of
fucking $1,000, the most important part.
speaking of food, you gonna tell Jim about Black Bear?
Oh God, what happened?
Black Bear. You
This
mean
is your
Georgios?
Oh no, you need to do that too. But no, with you ordered like half the menu. And
Oh,
ate,
bro.
you barely even ate anything.
Is that this year again? Dude, you do that every fucking
Yes,
year.
every time we go.
That's crazy.
You got a chicken fried steak and a side of cakes. I'm like,
Oh,
there's
shit.
no way.
And a side of what? Pancakes?
Yeah.
That's
No,
crazy.
no,
'Cause
no,
that's a
no, no,
fat
no,
stack.
And the steak was full of gravy.
Give a shot.
Full
Give
of
a shot.
gravy.
Go ahead.
Take a swig.
Dad sent the pic because like, there's no way.
And you thought the 50 nugs. We're gonna have to. We're almost at 300. We're gonna have to up that nug count, boy.
All right, go ahead, man.
Okay. First. This guy never shaved his head, so put the nuggets.
I technically did, but not on the.
Second of all,
Never shaved the head, and
So-
now we really ain't got no reason to not shave the head, Boog. Let's make that. Oh well, we don't got a sponsor. Shit, everything works out. Everything works out.
crazy. New sponsor in the works.
Oh, that's funny.
Absolute.
Yeah. This is a nervy story.
Not at all.
Can't get it out.
July 5th, go to the Garrett. After the Garrett, have 2 swirls.
Okay. Well, let's. If we're going to the Garrett, we gotta talk. We gotta talk. One, your brothers missed out on the Garrett, fucking losers. But 2, after all is said and done, of Tyler and Anthony Navarro putting on a spectacle. Tyler, it's #1 star everywhere he goes. That guy.
Was Dad there too?
Yeah. Incredible. But so we go, and my dad looks at me. Boog ate a ton of wings, and he goes and takes a shit for like 20 minutes, which was hilarious. So he's like,
Nothing. It was a Slurpee machine.
he comes back. He reports back it was a Slurpee machine. Hilarious. But anyways, he goes, and so everyone's like, "Where'd Boog go?" And he's like, "Oh, we figure out he's been gone far too long in the bathroom." In the bathroom. But that's not where I'm going. That was just a funny aside. It was his birthday.
Literally, I would have gone my pants if I was anyone. they came so quick.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
But then, and so we're sitting there and we're like kind of wrapping up, and then Boog gets up and disappears again. We're like, where the fuck did this guy go? And like, my dad kind of has the angle. He's like, did he just go in the fucking game room? He's like, is he trying to win something out of that fucking machine? I'm like, no way. So immediately, me and I think it was Anthony got up and we're like, let's go see. And so,
Oh, you put this on Snap, didn't you?
yeah. So this is honest that. So he's sitting there, and this is his first trade. Puts a $1, puts $1 in, and he's got his eye on the prize. There's a blue teddy bear sitting right next to the drop port. He's got his head back to it, and Boog, I mean, doesn't even take his time. Just quick with the motion. Saw what he liked. Drops the claw. I mean, perfect on the bear's head. Just drags it over.
Oh, yeah, it was a good flip.
Flipped it right over the glass and won himself a teddy bear. But that I couldn't leave that out.
Try?
That was. I mean,
for sure it was gonna like just like go
exactly
Yeah,
the stupid claw.
It was a perfect
Yeah,
flip.
you freaking necked it.
Necked it. I mean, incredible.
Where
But
is
yeah.
it?
in Pollo's bed.
Boy, oh,
The reaction
nice
though. I mean,
gift.
you just see it.
Dude, it was sick. 'Cause it was the first try. We're all sitting there expecting nothing. Exactly, the claw to just slip over the head.
That's
and just
$1
flip it.
now for one turn. Oh fuck!
But yeah, sorry. I wanted to commend you on that. Sorry,
So-
back to the black bear.
So
or
we go
whatever.
have 2 swirls, and then we're pretty greased up. I get pretty greased up after 2, and then
Did you not have beer at the Garrett?
no, they didn't. I just had a Coke, and then so next morning comes, and I haven't eaten anything. Nothing after the 2 swirls. No pizza. Go to my dad's. I'm waiting for him. He has to go pick up this ice cream for this thing they did with Chess Matthew. So he comes back. So we'll probably get there around like 11. Haven't eaten yet. Haven't taken a bite. I'm like empty stomach.
In Gilroy.
No. There's one like down Wolf.
Oh yeah, that's the Sunnyvale one. Yeah.
My stomach is like shrinking as we're.
Put the my
my
You're
stomach
good.
is shrinking as we're fucking
and
going there. So I already know like shit. Like if it was an hour ago, I'm fucking housing this.
Now let me ask. You can answer this however you'd like. Were you mentally prepared for this?
Honestly, I felt like as ready as I could be.
I mean,
When you go to Blackberry, you gotta be ready.
No.
Because-
But did you mentally prepare for this?
I did.
Okay.
Wow.
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, I mean not. I mean, I ideally you want.
But you had a little something to.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
I was like,
a little
grease the
thinking.
wheels.
Exactly.
Grease the
So-
wheels.
Hitting the books.
I get the Bigfoot. I get the Bigfoot, which is 10 ounce, 3 eggs, hash browns,
Fuck.
10 ounce.
10 ounce
chicken fried steak.
Yeah,
with
country
gravy,
fried steak.
With the grave.
Gravy.
And that was a lot of
three,
gravy.
3 eggs, hash browns.
How did you do your eggs?
Over easy.
Good call.
Over easy.
So good.
You get 2 biscuits. So I was like, can I get 2 pancakes instead? So it wasn't no extra order. No, I didn't order half the menu. All right, it's one thing.
I might have done better with the
literally-
biscuits.
The pancakes came late. I'm like crushing this thing. But the thing here's the thing that really caught me. They have Pepsi products, and their DP was horrible last time. And I was telling my dad, there's a McDonald's. I was like, dude, if you went and got me a Coke from McDonald's right now,
And came back.
This is done. And then so yeah.
Yeah.
The pancakes came, and I took like 1 bite, and it like stayed in my mouth for like 3 minutes.
Those ones are really rich though.
Cake,
Yeah.
cake.
They're so good. Wow, that sounds so good right now.
I know.
And they
They have like a little hint of vanilla.
they overdid them, but like they didn't burn them. They were actually really good.
Damn. Yeah, I haven't had BBD since Reno. It's been a while.
Oh, I've been to that one.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's a class A establishment for breakfast. There's no better bang for your buck out there than
It's a damn good breakfast. It's usually a wait.
Yeah, and you know what? I usually go right when they open, the first one in, sit at the bar, fucking.
Really? That's a good way to do it, man.
Yeah, well, I honestly, what are your guys' thoughts on eating alone?
I've had to do. I do it a lot. Actually,
Had to, or I choose
well,
I could.
In New York, I had to, but
yeah,
now
yeah,
like I'll fuck around. I'm like, hey, you want to go to Stax? Like, now I'm like, I'll go sit at the bar at Stax and knock a couple cakes back.
There you go.
I'm always taking out.
You're what?
I always took out in Reno.
Oh, you just do takeout, not sit?
Majority alone, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've actually like gone into restaurants by myself, but I mean, if I've like just out and about though, I mean,
It's honestly a great call. You just eat at your own pace. You don't have to worry about.
I do like going to like if it's a bar place, sitting at the bar. I mean, or a place that has a bar. Like I think it's kind of awkward and like just sitting by. I will say, not to go back with Stacks, but I'll get a seat outside and just like kind of sit like back
People
in the
watch
corner.
a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I honestly like don't find it awkward at all. Like I just sit there, like don't even like not even on my phone or listening to anything, just like kind of taking it all in. You like see people like looking at you like this guy's a fucking psychopath. And it's like, hey, it's what it is, you know. I don't
not harming you.
no shame. But yeah, no, I don't know. I've been crushing at Bill's just hash brown skillets, dude. It's been
Willow Glen one or the one?
one over by the Willow Glen one. You always see someone you know.
I know.
And just
I
like
know.
I love Justin Perea, and like that's the only reason I would go to that one. But like it's someone that's also going to the restaurant. It's like comes and stops by the table, and it's like
Right.
fuck. And that one I know absolutely nobody.
There's one is it like Coozer? What's the
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
That's the one.
that way.
By the
Got
old
it.
baseball card shop. That card shop, you bring in your report card, and they would just give you hella cards. So sick. Yeah, it was a good little.
Oh, the card on Cougar or the Starbucks?
Yeah,
was
right across
Frank.
from the old Mervin's.
Yeah, the guy's name was Frank. We'd always go.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
See,
no, we
that's
always
more
go all
your
the time.
guys'
Yeah.
neck of the woods.
We always
see.
would go in there. He had like the
Yeah.
Giants guys come sometimes for signings,
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
And dude, he always had he had everybody's hockey puck. He had a lot of hockey shit. I don't know if you ever knew that, but
Yeah, I mean, I forget.
Is that still there or no?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, the
It
sandwich
was like
spot
run
is still
down.
there. That's
yeah.
right. That was right next to it. This I think it's called Sandwich Mill. I think. But yeah, no, I'd always go to Frank's because that was like, I mean, back when we were kids too, like the NHL logos were pretty sick. So I would like I probably had like 20 hockey pucks of just all
just had different pucks.
just the different
That's
teams.
sick.
I thought they were sick, and he'd be like, yeah, I need like it was like $5 for $5. You just give them to me, yeah. But no, that was a good spot.
Yeah, no, that pot and then Tuck. That was a Tuck Bait classic. He'd be like, dude, report cards, like, let's go. And so we'd round up the troops, go there. Here's another one. So I'm getting a haircut. I go back to last time. I don't know if I talked about my last haircut, but I was in the chair for an hour and a half. I think I talked about it. It was like no. I went to Jenny's barbershop. I don't know. It's somewhere in Campbell. It's
on Winchester.
Yeah.
Jerry and I used to go there a couple of times. Vietnamese girl.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so yeah, Jenny is the main one. But Jenny's sister, Miss Sue. I don't know if it's really her sister. Miss Sue is there, and she's the only one that had appointments. This was 2.5 weeks ago now, 3 weeks, whatever. And so I'm sitting there and like I'm getting the haircut, and like the hair's like my hair's cut after 30 minutes, and like she just like keeps going over it, and like you know the sound it makes when your hair's being cut, like never made the clip sound. And I'm like, what the like she's just like running a razor over my head with a guard that's way too long. I'm like, what's going on? And I'm like getting impatient. I think I talked about this with Josh. I don't want to go too deep, but like I'm getting impatient, and I'm like, okay, like this is fucking like, and I start like saying stuff under my breath, and she's like, oh, like I'm sorry, like let me just shave you and we'll be done. I'm like, okay, perfect, like shave done. The shave takes like 40 minutes. I'm like, what in God's...
I don't do... Is it the...
Yeah.
I hate that.
I love
that.
So,
shit.
okay, so that's where this goes, though. So
that's why you gotta go to Bird, dude. They do that shit good.
Exactly. And so she did an all right job, but I'm like, okay, this barbershop, I like the shave. I like what they're doing. I just can't go to her, right? So, like, that's my mistake. So I find a dude that has availabilities right when they open. I'm like, perfect. Sounds good. So I go in there, and it's an appointment, and I wait a little bit longer than I would have liked having an appointment the first one of the day. Let's just say that. So I'm already coming in a little just like, this is all right, maybe not coming back here. But anyway, so I'm going and I need a haircut. And this guy does a pretty good job, quick job. He's in and out. And I'm like, I'm juiced. And then he pulls out the razor and I'm like, money, let's go. So he goes over it real quick, like
Cut.
hot towel. I got the hot towel on now. Chilling, and then he's like, do you want me to like box up the front of your hair? I'm like, oh, please don't line it up. Like I've not been asked and people have fucking boxed up my hair and I look like a fucking idiot. I look like a cholo, you know what I mean? Like it's horrible. So I'm like, oh, don't touch it. He's like, okay, sounds good. And then he like takes the razor and he like goes back over the sideburns, and then he like holds my face still, like, and I'm like assuming he's lining up like the sideburns to get it right. And then he goes over my eyebrows and he fucking takes a swipe at my eyebrows. And it's like, you would never be able to
With
notice
the straight razor?
with the straight razor. And like took me by surprise, but it's a straight razor. So like you can't really flinch, you know what I mean? Like, and it's right by my eye. Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? And so like, then I'm like, fuck. And then he goes to the other one. I'm like, well, fuck. Now you got to like even it out. Like, and so he does it to the other one. And I'm like, still haven't seen myself because I'm turned away from the mirror at this point. And I'm like, oh my God, like what am I going to look like? Like, is my eyebrow gone? Like, I have no idea. Cause like I can feel like a little bit of like leftover shaving cream on the razor. You know what I mean? Like, and it feels like something's off. Then he turns me around and like, I can tell that there's been shit taken off of my eyebrows. And I'm like, hey, I was like, oh, you didn't have to do the eyebrows or something along. Like I said it like nicely, and he's like, oh, but it looks good. I was like, no, like I didn't want that. Like, thanks though. And then like he's like, all right, we're all done. I'm like, are you fucking like I was like in shock. Like I didn't know what to say. Like I was just like complete shock, and I'm like, I don't know. And so. Then I was like, how much do I owe you? And I knew it was like a $30 haircut, which is a pretty good price for getting the shave nowadays.
Right.
Great Clips tries to charge me like 28. I'm like, fucking piss off.
Isn't Bird 30?
Bird's 30.
Yeah, that's all. It's pretty comparable. Yeah. So I was like, okay, nice. $30, totally doable. And I was like, then runs to him like, how much do I tip this guy now that he's fucking done some work I didn't ask for?
$5.
So I
First thought.
Well, I was thinking 5, only had a 10 on me, and you can't ask for fucking change. Like,
Now he thinks he's in.
Can I get 2? I know. And then I'm like, fuck. And so I think next time, old Jenny was on a 6-week trip to Vietnam. So next time she's back, I think I'm gonna
To where, Boog?
Vietnam.
Viet
fucking Nam.
Fish knows.
But yeah, so I think the next course of action is just go with Jenny, the lead.
So you guys like that shave shit?
I mean,
my skin like breaks out, so I can't. I've told him Bird to just stop. I'm like, and please no straight razor on anything. Just keep it natural. Do
you shave with a straight razor, like a real razor, like your face and shit ever, or do you go like an electric? Well, now that we're not sponsored, it's really getting to the nitty gritty.
No, I mean
Phillips.
Yeah.
I've never really gone electric or anything.
So what do you do? Just a normal Gillette razor. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I do too, and I feel like that's why I don't break out as much. Like your skin, if it's not used to it, like you'll get razor burn.
I always get it in my neck.
Pretty bad.
Always.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
Always.
exactly. And so
get that bad too.
But I think that helps. But I also shave. I do some dumb shit with my hair. Like I just use my hand as a line, and I just take a straight razor and just like go down and, and I'm like, I lather the shit. I'm like, and I like try to look in the mirror. I'm like, that's pretty straight. And then I just like follow the line, and it like could be way crooked. I'm like, fuck it. I don't give a shit enough, honestly.
I ran into this one guy.
Yeah, I don't know. It's bold.
I ran into this one guy who like is around the place I work, and he was like talking to this one guy, and So I like talked to him afterwards, and he had like kind of like a fresh haircut. So I was like, "Hey, bro, like, where do you get your haircut?" Like, and this was before I got my haircut. He's like, "Oh, I go to this place on off Bird in Minnesota." I started laughing. I was like, "No way!" I was
That's
like, "That's
really
for my brothers and cousins."
So have you gone?
No.
So where do you go?
I went to the Supercuts place, and this guy.
See, and that's I was great.
But you got a guy though?
It was good. Like, he did everything I wanted, but I would probably like maybe go somewhere else. Like, I like the like inch on the top, kind of like short, kind of how it is right now.
Kelsey,
little Ilya Taporia type.
Sick.
But
Ilya Taporia type.
I need to get like, because he did like a 1.5 all around on the side. I think I want to get like a fade.
Well, it's like, dude, if you're gonna get a fade, they like people that know what they're doing. And that's like the one thing.
Bird.
The guy that did my hair, he kept his fucking handbag over his chest the whole time and was just like his hand didn't move from this posture and he was just spinning the chair. And I was like, oh, this is my dude. Like, wasn't talking to me, just was doing everything very low maintenance, but like did a great job, did it quick. I was like, don't talk to me. That's the one thing I don't want my barbers getting in my business.
I hate the small talk. Bird's good at not doing this.
Usually,
brought up.
Yeah, not too much. I mean,
ooh, brother.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, again, like you're like cutting it. You got that razor. Like I could barely even hear you anyway.
True.
Like I don't know. Yeah,
it's like almost like the dentist, right? And they fucking talking to you with shit in your mouth.
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
what are you saying? I don't.
Like, what do you want me to say?
Shit's going
right
on. But yeah, so this guy keeps commenting on the last 5 videos, and
about the feet.
No. He wants us to tell. He wants to know if any of us have ever been wedgied. Now, a part of me, part of me wants to not even bring this up because there's some perversion behind it, almost undoubtedly. But another part of me has an actually hilarious story to where like it's not hilarious. Like looking back, it's like, ooh, it's pretty creepy, but it's funny. So back in like the good old days when you were in elementary school and your friends would have birthday parties, right? Like it would be like your closer friends would like invite you over before, then you would stay out, right? People would leave. It's just, I mean, it kind of still goes on. Then you talk shit, you shoot the shit after this and that. So,
right.
So this party is one of my, not like best friends, but a good friend. And his dad was like, a serial wedgie-er. And I was like, and it made me so uncomfortable.
That's weird.
Yeah, dude, yes. And it made me so uncomfortable. And like, I knew it was like something I should have probably just been like, yo, mom, dad, like this is what's going on. But I was like, I don't want to sell my friend under the, it's like, it's not him doing it. It's his dad. I was like, he's never done it to me. And so we're sitting there and this one kid, God, it's bad to even say.
No, say it.
This one kid.
It's going to help our listener.
I know. This one kid, like, got wedgie and started, like, crying.
By the dad?
Yeah. Yeah, and started crying. And, like
what a
jackass. I know. I know.
Do we know the dad?
What?
Do we know the dad?
No. This is when you say elementary, school, it makes it sound like we were really young. We weren't that young, but it's still very fucking weird. And again, I remember beforehand, like going in, like knowing it and being like, this is weird. And like, and then that kid got picked out of it. But the kid was like good family friends with them. So it was like, I don't like no one ever like it was like one of those things that was like never ever spoken of again. Like I'd never asked like my friend about it. Like it was just kind of like
let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Did he ever wedgie another person again?
Never.
That was the last wedge.
The last wedge. I witnessed the last wedge. Oh fuck! And you don't start that as an adult. That he probably been doing that since a kid. That had been his move since he was like 5.
He had to hang him up. He hung up the undies.
Put a pair of briefs in the rafters. Oh shit! Oh my god! But I like no one has ever I never brought it up to my parents. I never brought it up at school. It was just it happened and it was done with. And it was what the fuck was that? And I'm trying to remember. I think it was supposed to be a sleepover, and we all ended up getting picked up.
Oh my god!
After that, I don't know if it was the mom was like, "Hey, probably send them home."
Do we know if they're still married? Because that
no, they are. They're happily married. But I mean, fuck. Yeah, and Kev definitely knows who this kid is, so I'll tell you after the pod. I'm pretty sure. But anyways, this kid in 8th grade pulled the knife on his parents, and they like had to call the cops. It was like a whole ordeal. It was pretty fucking crazy. So there was obviously
the same kid,
yeah,
with the wedgie dad.
Yeah,
well, now I know I pulled it.
Oh my god!
Exactly.
Probably going for one last wedge.
Holy shit, man, that's nuts, though.
Makes you wonder.
Wow. I need to have this guy in the pod.
No, that's the thing. I would never say his name. He's a completely different person. Like, you meet him today, you would like never think. But yeah, I mean, just fucking hysterical. Damn. Like, it was crazy. Yeah, so there's a nice wedge story for you. And
listener, if you want to wedgie me, I'll send my Venmo and you come over.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Whatever you want to do.
He will. I'm sure will Venmo request or Venmo you to make that happen. Probably fly you out. Those people are a different breed. Someone who's asking those questions, you never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, we love it though. Biggie boys.
Piggy boys. This is a fucked up podcast. What have we gotten ourselves into?
Wait, but you got to ask these guys about the Giorgio's run on Sunday. Did you hear about that?
No. Last story of a Meeker I heard at Giorgio's, Taylor was there for 9 hours or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. That's no. So enlighten me on the old Jorgeos.
Boog and Kev raised hell from what I've heard.
Take the reins.
Wow. Okay. I want the full backstory. Who's there? This is still for your birthday, I'm assuming.
Yeah. We're here for my birthday. I get here a little early. Start diving into some hors d'oeuvres with that whole lotta. And I low-key overdid it on the hors d'oeuvres. So I was like, you know what? Let me go get the food with Kev.
Where were the hors d'oeuvres? The hors d'oeuvres here?
Yeah.
At your house? Not. Oh, I thought you meant Georgia.
The typical spinach dip.
Gotcha. Oh, nice.
Hot jelly.
Cowboy caviar.
Ooh, nice.
So, yeah, I had a little mum rosé. So I was like, you know what? Go with Kev, pick up the food, get greased up a little more.
Oh, we're bringing Giorgio's back. That's right. Yep. That's when I came over late. Yes, my bad. Sorry.
So, I would say vibes are high.
Yeah, feeling good.
Vibes are high.
Pull
in. Utensil?
That's why
that went over me. Sorry.
Right, that's his right in whole books.
That's why I had a lot of hors d'oeuvres. You know,
vibing.
I had to clear the stump. Make some room. So we get there at probably like 5:57, 5:58. We're supposed to be ready at 6. So we walk in 6 and go to the takeout order. There are a couple people in front of us, and there's like 2 people at the registers at takeout, and there's like 2 people behind them like running, getting orders. Right. So 4 people at the station. So we go over there.
Look at you talking stations.
This is why it's a man who's working the
cultured
biz,
man.
Yeah.
So go over there, and I'm like, order for Leanne, or it might be under White. And the guy's like looking. He's like, would there be the last name? I'm like, White. Yeah. And then
WHIT.
He's like, oh, I'm not seeing it here. And I know my mom ordered 3 pizzas, and I see 3 pizzas there with just a butcher of the name of Leanne, like Leina. And I'm like, well, there's 3 pizzas right there that say Leanne, so obviously it's here. And he looks behind him, he's like, oh, and then like pulls the pizzas out, and he's like getting ready to just like give me the pizzas to go, and I'm like, there's other things on the to go. It's like I'm like barbecue chicken, pasta. But this point, I'm being nice. I'm not a dick yet.
No, but this guy's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
How old is he?
Oh, he's a young guy.
Not Ben Landers?
High school.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I would give that guy junior college, honestly. Yeah.
Ben Landers behind in the station.
So late high school, early college. Okay.
Yeah, Filipino type, like short hair.
Didn't need that. Okay.
Gran Torino.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't Filipino. That was Hmong.
You know what I'm saying.
Might need an edit there.
The Hmong.
Anyways.
The Hmong, yeah.
So we sit. So he's like, the order's not ready yet. So we sit down, and it gets to 6:15.
Oh wow.
But wait, yeah, give us some more lead up though. I mean,
I'm like getting antsy at like 6:07 or 6:10. I'm like,
orders are going in front of
Yes.
us.
Are you like
But
looking
we're
at the guy, like keep like staring at him so he
Oh, yeah.
knows, like, hey, motherfucker, still
and then
here?
so they pulled our pizzas from their little hot oven, keeping it warm.
Piece
They never
of-
put the pizzas back in the hot oven. They just kept them cold on the shelf. Imagine doing that.
That's why I didn't eat the pizza when he told me. Dude.
And we had the second I'd said that to my dad's like, you can't do that with a French fiasco. I mean, you're ruining it. You're ruining the pizza when you're doing that with a French fiasco.
French fiasco.
So I'm seeing this all play out. Obviously, I'm a vet. So it gets to 6:15. I go to the front. I'm like, can I speak to a manager, please?
Oh wow, right to the manager, not
And this-
not another.
And
Hey,
this older gentleman was like, I'm one of the managers, and I'm like, I had a pickup order, supposed to be ready at 6 o'clock. It's not 6:15. It's not ready yet. The pizzas are right there. They haven't been put back in the shelf. And he's like, okay. And then, but like the thing, like he was like saying like, oh, they're working on it right now. And I'm like, well, why would they not put the pizzas back in the
exactly.
warm
The
oven?
pizzas are still
And
out of the oven.
he's like, I agree. Like that's wrong. I'm like, yeah, no fucking shit. And then of course he goes over there and then he comes like, your order's ready. I'm like,
Were you raising voice at this point or no?
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, if they were on top of it, they probably could have had us out of there at like 6:10 because the pizzas were sitting up, but there was like another table that had like 3 to 5 like other bags for stuff.
Oh,
so I
shit.
think ours
just
was,
got mixed. That was there, but
I
just
think it was just they had put it there, but then they totally forgot that we were the Leanne order and we were at the front desk like a minute ago, and then it just got like I said.
so basically like they didn't tell the guy, the Filipino guy or whatever, Hamong, didn't tell didn't tell the people that
he left the scene.
The Leanne order.
He left the scene.
He left the scene and went to the
He
front
hit and
booth.
run.
that's a bitch move.
He didn't tell.
He got bounced.
He didn't tell them that the Leanne order was here to be picked up. So they just had the pizzas there, and then the guy who was doing the Leanne order didn't know that we were there for the
Right.
Leanne order. He was
so
there
no
waiting
fault
for
of
them.
his. He just dropped off where
So
he was
it's
supposed to drop
just
off.
just typical like people like that. That's the thing I'll sum it up. Like when we were at Mojo dicking around, like we were getting shit done though. Like it wasn't like we were fucking messing shit up. It's just
That's miscommunication
That
on
sounds
all
like a
ends.
fiasco. No pun intended.
French one.
and you know
Frank. Not a French
That's why I was
fiasco.
like. That's why I was so confused. I was like, it's an Italian place. Why do they keep saying a
It was
French
soggy
place?
as fuck.
Yeah,
Frank-
well, and that's
French
like you can't.
fiasco.
Once it gets soggy, putting it back in the oven does nothing. It just warms up the sog. So you got to keep the crisp.
That's why I don't like ordering combos because the combo gets soggy.
Respect. I'm a cheese guy.
The cheese always pretty good.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'll give them that. The cheese
Great
was good.
cheese.
But I think that's gonna be the last time where. I know. Shout out Grandma, Grandpa. They like that place, and I don't know if you guys know. Back in the 50s, that used to be the hangout spot.
Really?
Giorgio's on Foxworthy. That's where
That's
they'd
crazy.
all get their malts and
their malts. That fucking
guys,
shopping
let's
center.
just say guys were armed.
It was mob. That's
who was armed.
a lot of water in that company.
What?
Yeah, people in Georgia.
It was mob ran, is what he's saying.
No, it was not.
Yes,
Alba?
people were guarding grandma, grandpa, mom. When they were
No.
going to dinner.
No.
They had drivers. They could never take the same car to
'Cause
dinner, so in case one of them.
just defending the mob and defense lawyer.
Okay.
Do your research, bro.
Jeez.
Wow, who's a historian in the family that we can have on here?
And probably Aunt Carly, but a lot
She
of
would
that-
be a
Yeah,
treat.
She'll tell us. She'll tell us about 50
I almost
lies.
died in her car when she fucking rolled up the windows and lit about 7 darts on.
Love that. Just trying to get you high.
On 680. No, they were straight.
No,
American
I know.
spirits,
No, that's.
baby.
I mean, yeah.
I was getting lightheaded. I'm like, can we roll down the fucking window?
I'll throw up. Cigarette smoke makes me throw up. If I'm drunk, I'll hit one, but
Do we have time for one last quick one?
always got time.
So I don't know if I told you. My dad and I went and saw Styx.
Oh, dude, he told me a little about, but go on, yeah.
So the first night we're fucking. It's Saturday show, so we're like all
first
geared
night.
up. Oh, sorry. So, yeah, Saturday night. It's hot as fuck. We're driving. we're going the people probably don't know this, but one of the opening act is this guy named John Waite. He used to sing for this band called the Babies, which my mom and dad both loved. I think Uncle Siege did too, but like 80s. He's an Englishman, talks like this. Yeah. So he was the opening act, and I'm like, I really wanted to get there. So we go. Anyway, we drive. We sit in traffic. It's in Concord. It takes about a little over 2 hours. We get there. It's hot. We get there. This concert's supposed to start at 6:45. I'm like, all right. Like, we literally park 6:45. I'm like, Dad, let's go. And of course, she's like lumbering up there. I'm like, let's go. We gotta go. So we go. We order Jack and Coke's Pepsi place. I'm like, oh, fuck. All right.
I guess.
We go, and it's like 7 o'clock, and I'm like, I don't hear any music. Go and sit down. Literally, as we take our seats, a person comes up to the mic and is like, just so everyone knows, we're currently, before that, went to the bathroom, and it's pitch black in the bathroom. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Sit down. Guy comes out on the mic, say, currently in Concord, there is a blackout. We're working with PG&E right now to try and, see if we're going to have a show tonight. We hope we do, fingers crossed, but we'll have an update here soon. But like, just kind of wait and see. We're like, okay. So girl in front of us lives in Concord, and she's like looking at her phone. She's like, okay, so my PG&E saying it's not coming on until like 4 a.m. And we're like, fuck, are you serious? So literally, we got sat down at 7. It's about 8:15 now, and we've just been sitting in the heat. Dad and I just like drinking the drinks. I'm like, this is horrible. So then one guy's like, hey, the sun's setting at 8:30, and it's gonna be pitch black at like 8:45, 9, and we all got to get out still. And so my dad and I got up. We're like, let's just kind of head a little towards the exit that way. And then they came on like, hey, this show's postponed. We're gonna be like, fuck. So TBT, my dad and I ended up going to Outback Steakhouse.
Sick. Hell yeah.
Crushing a couple steaks, and then went home. But then I was like, not that I wasted my Saturday night, but it was like, we're all pumped up to go. We're
exactly,
like,
right.
Like, it was just so then we literally go, but I wake up Sunday morning, and my tickets on my phone update to the shows tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
At 6:45. And I'm like, thank God Dad had to work off. I text him like, hey, I haven't got an email or anything yet, and I'm looking online, but my ticket's updated. I think it's going to be tomorrow at 6:45. And then Mitch's, Alyssa's mom ended up going, and she texted Mitch and was like, yeah, we got an email saying it is. So I'm like, all right, round 2. It was going to be 100. It was like 103. It wasn't going to be like till like 8 o'clock in the 90s. So, Mike, Dad, we're gonna just have to like my.
And that's Concord Pavilion. So
Yeah.
you're outside.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So we were on CISO. We weren't on the grass.
Oh, that's nice.
But we get there. We drive up, and this time I'm like, "Hey, Dad, we need to get there early. I want to get there early just so we can like sit there and see the opening act because I really want to see." So get there. We sit in the seats, and right away you can tell like there's not that many people because it was it was jammed Saturday and wasn't that many. And then one of the security guards is like, yeah, over 1,000 people had opted for the refund because it was a pretty quick turn. We thought it'd be like in November or something.
Yeah,
super quick turnaround. So the show was really good. The opening act literally sounded like he just had about 6 Guinnesses at the pub, and he was just like he was slow, and it was really bad. But it was like.
That's the guy you wanted to see?
Yeah, well, no, that was what because he had some good songs. Then Foreigner went on, Rock the House. I don't know if I showed you the video. The Jukebox Hero thing was really cool. And then Styx was good. But I don't know if my dad tell you about the person behind us.
No.
So, obviously when you're sitting in the seats, it's a weird game you play with people getting up and dancing, especially at a rock concert. It's like because some of the songs aren't like
exactly
you're grooving and stuff. So, we both really wanted to see Styx. So Styx comes out and they start with Grand Illusion, dun, 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 like they're
That's
going.
sick.
And the two people in front of us immediately like go up, and I can't. I'm like it's right for me. I can't see. I looked at and the row, everything to the right of us is open. I'm like I'm going this way. He's like, okay. So we literally like sneak around, and I'm looking head on. So there had been this girl and older lady. I'm gonna say probably anywhere from 68 to 72, and she's sitting
Small
there with
range.
her husband who's sitting like this in a wheelchair, not even looking. And she talks like this. Like just smoker, just white trash. Where fucking mobile home did you crawl out of to get here? And her daughter or granddaughter sitting there and just is mortified. She's hammered. She's yelling the whole time at the, like just weird shit to the band. And we're not by no means close. Let's just talk like this. And probably like the middle of the Styx set, she's like has a dart lit.
Oh, sick.
And literally like is like if Kevin and I are my dad, she's like right here, and it's just like, and I'm like what the fuck? And my daddy was like, what the, like gave a
Yes.
look, and the girl's like trying to, and she's like, like keyboards yelling like fucking like
Holy shit.
And then finally like I think a security guard came by or something. I'm like, put your fucking dart. Realize where the fuck you are. I mean, I was just.
They just don't give a
no,
shit.
they don't give. No, I was like,
It's crazy.
Yeah, it was. And their husband's like not doing anything. But I'm like, it was definitely clientele was definitely kind of
Worse the second night.
Yeah, it wasn't the best, but no,
You got all the Concord rats there. All the locals were like, "Oh yeah, sure, we can make this show."
But they did the one of the guys towards the end of the Styx set. They did he was doing like a Freddie Mercury, like hey, like kind of the crowd stuff. He did that for like 5 minutes, and then he's like, "All right, come sailing with me." And then he did the "Come Sail Away." It was so sick.
That is really cool. Did they do Little Mr. Roboto?
So that was the first encore, and then they ended with Renegade.
Wow.
It was.
I mean, you have to end with Renegade.
know,
You can't
so
put Renegade in the middle of a set.
Yeah, it was. It was really good.
And that song just reminds me of your dad. I mean, that whole Styx album was on my first car. You burnt it for me on the blue CD, and it was literally the only
greatest hits.
It was the only CD in that car in the Suburban the whole entire time. It was like we can listen to radio, we can plug in that shitty fucking aux cord that has the disc, or we can
with
go
the
Styx.
cassette thing.
Yeah,
right?
the cassette with the
yeah.
cord, or we can go Styx, and it was Styx a lot of the time. Just let the full album play. That's sick. I'm glad you guys got to see that.
No, yeah,
That's
it was
big.
awesome. It was a cool time.
I know, 'cause he seemed like when we were at his, he was like, "Fuck," I was pretty disappointed. Like that first night, he's like, "We went all the way that way to fucking go to Outback." He's like, "We could have gone to Outback a lot closer." So, but shit, I think that's it, boys. That was a fun one. Thanks for doing this with us, and until next time,
Peace.
peace.